Round for thousand years ago, one of the most advanced civilizations on Earth quietly faded from history. No epic final battle, no burning cities, no dramatic collapse recorded in stone. Just silence. This was the Indus Valley Civilization, an empire so sophisticated that even today, archaeologists are still trying to understand how it functioned and why it disappeared. At its peak, the Indus Valley Civilization stretched across what is now Pakistan and northwest India, covering an area larger than ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. Its major cities Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, and Dholavira were marvels of urban planning. Streets were laid out in precise grids. Homes were built with standardized bricks. Many houses had private bathrooms connected to an underground drainage system that modern cities wouldn't develop for thousands of years. This wasn't a primitive society. This was a civilization that valued order, cleanliness, and engineering excellence. What makes the Indus Valley even more mysterious is how little evidence we have of kings, palaces, or massive temples. Unlike other ancient societies, there are no giant statues of rulers or monuments celebrating conquest. Power may not have been centralized in a single king. Instead, the civilization appears to have been remarkably equal, focused on trade, civic planning, and daily life rather than warfare. Seals found across the region suggest a complex economic system and long-distance trade with Mesopotamia. Yet despite all this sophistication, their written language remains undeciphered, leaving their beliefs and political structure locked behind symbols we still can't read. Then, around 1900 BCE, things began to change. Cities that had thrived for centuries were slowly abandoned. Brick quality declined, drainage systems fell into disrepair, trade networks collapsed. Population centers shifted eastward, but there is no clear sign of invasion. No mass graves, no layers of ash, indicating widespread destruction. The Indus Valley Civilization didn't fall, it dissolved. For a long time, scholars believed the civilization was destroyed by invading forces, often referred to as the Aryan invasion. This idea dominated textbooks for decades, but modern archaeology has found little evidence to support a violent conquest. There are no signs of large-scale warfare or sudden population replacement. Instead, the decline appears gradual, suggesting a different kind of enemy, one far more powerful and impossible to fight: climate change. Scientific studies of ancient river systems reveal that the lifeblood of the Indus Valley, the rivers, began to fail. The monsoon patterns that sustained agriculture became weaker and less predictable. The mighty Saraswati River, once described as a great river in ancient texts, appears to have dried up due to tectonic shifts and climate changes. As water sources vanished, farming became unreliable, crops failed, food shortages followed. Without a stable agricultural base, cities could no longer sustain large populations. At the same time, the Indus River itself became more prone to flooding in some regions and drought in others. Entire communities may have been forced to relocate repeatedly, breaking down the complex urban systems that held the civilization together. People didn't disappear overnight, they moved. Small rural settlements replaced large cities, marking a shift from urban life to survival-focused living. Another mystery lies in their adaptability or lack of it. The Indus people were masters of urban planning, but their highly organized cities may have made them less flexible. In the face of environmental stress, when the climate changed, their systems couldn't adjust quickly enough. Trade networks weakened, craft specialization declined over generations. The identity of the civilization slowly faded, absorbed into emerging cultures across the subcontinent. What's truly haunting is how quiet this collapse was. No final inscriptions warning of disaster, no legends describing the end, just empty streets, abandoned homes, and cities reclaimed by time. For nearly 2,000 years, the Indus Valley Civilization was forgotten entirely, buried beneath layers of earth until its rediscovery in the 1920s. Today, the disappearance of the Indus Valley Civilization feels unsettlingly modern. A highly advanced society, deeply connected to its environment, undone by climate instability. No enemies at the gates, no dramatic downfall, just slow, irreversible change. and that raises an uncomfortable question if one of the world's most sophisticated ancient civilizations could vanish without a trace. What does that say about our own future? If you found this story intriguing, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into forgotten civilizations, hidden histories, and the mysteries that shaped our world, because sometimes the most important lessons from history are the ones that end in silence.